everybody, welcome back to the Spoked Wheel YouTube channel. Today we're back with episode 18 of the Andy Schleck Pro Cyclist mode playthrough. I'm kind of sad today because Mikel Landa just crashed out of the Giro d'Italia. Joe Dombrowski also looked pretty banged up. He was involved in the same crash, so tough day for members of Team Spoked Wheel out there. But we got some racing to do with Andy Schleck. We're starting the Tour de l'Avenir today, which is a very exciting race for us. I would expect us to get this win on GC. I can't really see anyone else who's going to be in this race matching us over these mountains. Should be a great chance to show our ability with that 78 mountain rating that we have, and hopefully get the overall win to grab ourselves some points and maybe get a few more teams interested in offering us a contract. I think given that the first stage is a 4-kilometer prologue, we might even be able to get through the first 4 stages today to then set up a pretty mountainous finish to this race. So let's get straight into it. I'm really excited for this race. It's been a long time coming, so I'm looking forward to playing it. We are now in the start ramp for this 4-kilometer prologue. Our team actually wants us to win the stage. I'm not really the best at measuring my effort on these really short time trials, so we'll see. We'll try our best here. We're on a really good day, +9 to the prologue rating, so that definitely should help in our attempt to win the stage and keep our team happy. We have our effort on 85 right now, which seems to be working pretty well as we're into the final kilometer. I'll kick it up towards 90, although now we're going uphill, so that might not have been the wisest decision. Looks like we're going to run out of effort just before we hit the line, but hopefully it's still a good time. Second place, 2 seconds back of the current leader, so not quite going to win the stage, but that's a decent time. I mean, we're not really losing time to anyone there, so I'm pretty happy with that. We're into stage 2 now, the Tour de l'Avenir. We're wearing the white jersey for the best young rider, so that's pretty cool. I'm not actually sure if there is a white jersey in the real Tour de l'Avenir because everyone is a young rider in that race, but either way, I'm glad that we're wearing it in this stage. It's going to be pretty much a flat sprint stage this time around, so our aim for the day is basically just hang out near the front of the peloton and don't lose time to anyone, and try and keep as much effort in the tank as possible for the coming GC days, basically. We're inside of the final 5 kilometers now in stage 2. We're just following the wheel of this guy Milan, who is one of the pre-race favorites, just to try and finish as high up there as we can and avoid losing time to anyone. It is indeed a sprint stage, sprint finish, so we'll see who takes the win. And there's actually a late move going off the front from one of the teammates of the rider who we're following here. But we're into the final kilometer, so let's sprint. Our teammate Lindgren looks like he's going to get a pretty good finish. It was a close one. That guy Matteo Doniga, who went off the front late there, is able to hang on for the win, and our teammate Emil Lindgren gets 3rd. We got 11th on the day, so pretty successful all around. Nice result for our teammate, and we avoid losing time to anyone. We're on the start line now of stage 3, and this one's a little bit more punchy. We got 3 Category 1 climbs on the menu today. Our team wants us to try and win the stage. There's a decent amount of distance in between the top of that final climb and the line, so it might be kind of tough to stay out there, but I feel like there will definitely be a little bit of action at least on that climb, so we're going to just kind of have to be in a good position on that climb, make sure we're not too far back or where we might get caught out by an attack or something like that. So I don't think this is really going to be this decisive stage or anything in terms of deciding who will win this race overall, but I do think there's definitely more of a chance than the previous stage to try and go on the attack and make a difference. We're heading on to the final climb now, so I'm mostly going to stay defensive here, I think, and just see if anyone makes a move. There still is one rider in the breakout in front, so probably there will be riders looking to pull hard to bring him back, but I think it's too early in the race to try and really go all out and go on the offensive right now, but I will definitely respond if anyone else tries to make a move. We're heading towards the 1 kilometer to the summit banner here. No one really attacked on this climb. I am just going to move to the front now and pull effort cursor to try and pick up the maximum KOM points to set myself up for that competition later in the race. And now I'm just going to put it back on maintain position. We did manage to get in a little group with 2 riders, but Peloton's more or less right behind us, so they're going to bring us back pretty easily. There goes another move. We should probably respond to that one. On the descent here, although it looks like they're not really going to get away. Yeah, all together now, we've got a peloton of 40 riders, so let's just hang tight here and wait for the finish. We've got 5 kilometers to go here. We're responding to another little move from the AG Desert development team. A few different riders taking turns trying to go on the offensive here in the final few kilometers. A couple groups have caught back on, so it's 64 riders in the peloton now, but we still will gain time on a decent number of riders, I think, here. So I'm just following these little accelerations at the front to keep myself in a good position. And now with a kilometer to go, I'll open up my sprint. Looks like we're going to finish on the podium, actually, and grab a few bonus seconds here in second place. So that's an excellent result to the day. I think it's very possible that we may end up moving into the overall race lead with that second place. So there we go. After stage 3, we're now first on GC. So tomorrow, stage 4 is another really flat one, so unless one of these guys wins the sprint and gets the bonus seconds, we'll probably keep the leader's jersey heading into the mountains, so we're in a very decent spot to be at this point in the race. We're into stage 4 now, decked out in our nice yellow leader's jersey. This is definitely the flattest stage of the 8 stages in the race, so if it's not a sprint finish, I would be shocked. So basically, we're just going to do what we did on the first sprint stage and try and stay up near the front of the peloton and then find the wheel of a sprinter to follow in the final few kilometers to keep ourselves up there and avoid losing any time to anyone else who will challenge us on GC. We're heading into the final 5 kilometers. We are once again on the wheel of Milan here, the Italian sprinter. The sprint teams left it really late. They just caught the breakaway, but it is, in fact, going to be another sprint finish. We got Maholbron, who won the last stage in the green jersey, in a good position, thanks to the NTT development team teammates that he has. Milan also in a good position. So with a kilometer to go, let's open up our sprint. Our teammate Lindgren is going to be up there again, but it's going to be Maholbron who takes his second straight stage win ahead of Milan, and then our teammate Lindgren in 4th place with Tabellion in 3rd this time around. And we get 6th, so once again, a fairly decent result for our teammate Emil Lindgren, and we finish high enough up to probably keep our position and avoid losing any real time to anyone. So another successful day. So there we go. After stage 4, we keep our yellow jersey by 3 seconds over Alex Baudin. Says he's a climber, so perhaps he'll be someone to keep an eye on as we head into the mountains here. Another rider for sure to keep an eye on here is Henry van den Bel. We've seen him a couple times already this season, I believe. We know he's a decent climber, so he could be another rider to watch as we head into the mountains here. So that's going to be it for the racing today. We got through the first 4 stages, so I'm happy with that. We have 3 really mountainous stages coming up, and then 1 pretty hilly stage as well. A short one, only 87 kilometers. So these 4 stages should be a lot of fun to play, and hopefully we can pick up maybe even multiple stage wins and wrap up the GC over the course of those stages. But given that the racing went pretty quick today, I think we have some time to first off look at the contract negotiation situation as we get towards the end of August. So we have not yet received a contract offer from anyone, which isn't too concerning. We still have the whole month of September. There's plenty of time to sort that out. But this right here, Kometa Extra Cycling Team, is the team that we've had our eye on. You can see that currently in the team index, they are ranked 46th. So they're pretty close to the Continental Pro Division for the next season. So if they do decide to offer us a contract, I think they'll be our best bet at getting promoted up to the Continental Pro ranks. Whatever points that we've earned this season will be added to their total, so hopefully that would bump them up a little bit. But it certainly wouldn't be a guarantee that they would make it up to the next level, but I do think if they offer us a contract, they're still our best bet at trying to get promoted for 2021. And given that it's near the end of August now, I figure we might as well take a look at some of the highlights from the season so far. So, in terms of Grand Tours, Egan Bernal won the Giro d'Italia. Primož Roglic took the Tour de France with a pretty interesting podium of Alexander Vlasov and Danny Martinez there. So, not quite what happened in real life in 2020, but maybe a little foreshadowing for 2021, you never know. And in terms of the monuments, we had Caleb Ewan winning Milano-San Remo. He had some very good legs on the Poggio this season, so certainly not outside of the realm of possibility. Dylan Groenewegen won Ronde van Vlaanderen, and Mike Tunison won Paris-Roubaix, so Jumbo-Visma has cleaned up so far this season with Ronde van Vlaanderen, Paris-Roubaix, and the Tour de France, and Adam Yates of Mitchelton Scott won Liège-Bastogne-Liège. So that's going to be it for episode 18. Thank you all for tuning in and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video today. We're going to be back soon with some really exciting climbing stages to wrap up Le Tour de l'Avenir. So thank you again, and I will see you next time.